Cross, which is a hospice for the terminally ill in Leicestershire, and recognised the signs of motor neurones disease, and so was convinced that that's what was wrong with him. But by the time we got diagnosis, it was too late, because everything had sort of stopped working in his arms, and so he couldn't drive, and so we couldn't go ahead with any of our plans for retirement. In the days before diagnosis, there's always that hope that it's not going to be your worst fear, it's not going to be MND, but leading up to it, you're still pretty scared of what you're going to hear. So in some ways, when the doctor tells you, yes, it is MND, then it's a bit of a relief, or it was for us, for me and for Tony. But that's when the serious stuff starts. That's when you have to sit down with the family. That's when you have to tell people. Some people progress very quickly. Tony, fortunately, didn't progress as quickly as some. So we were able to do some things. The best thing that's happened to us is being grandparents, but unfortunately he's not here to see that. He knew about it. He knew that Katie was pregnant, and he found out the day he died that Sophie was pregnant. We had lots of help from friends. We had to adapt the house, and the financial strain obviously on the family was a lot, so I was working a lot. I couldn't give up my job to be his carer. Tony did work quite a lot because he was in the job he was. They were very understanding and made lots of changes so that he could still work as long as he wanted to. But building work, car had to change, just about everything had to change. Doors in the house, everything you can think of had to change. But it had to change fast, because if it doesn't change fast, you've changed and you've gone on to the next stage before you can use it. So the one thing you have to do with motor neuron disease is that you have to think, do I need that? Yes, do it. As a family, the way we got through it, we were all very positive, we were all very open, and if we had any questions, we would just ask the question and just answer it as honestly as we could. We found that it was easier to face things when you know what's happening, or if you face, you actually approach them and deal with everything that happens at the time. My children were very, very supportive. They were always there for me. We had really good friends that were there for us. You cannot do this alone, because you don't get the support you need from elsewhere. It really is your friends and your family. His sense of humour was amazing, and his positivity, it kept us all going. I think if Tony had been different, it would have been a lot harder. But a year ago, when he died, I actually spoke on the radio, and we made a little film for his funeral, which was wonderful because we talked about his funeral a lot. We talked about what he would like, what I would like. He wanted it to be a celebration, so that's what we did, and we did it while he was alive. So when I was going through that period, it wasn't as painful because I knew what was coming. I knew everything that I was doing was what he wanted, so it was good. When Tony died, it was odd. You were in limbo. You didn't know whether to, that's it, you just stop doing everything you did before and forge a new life, or whether I was to carry on with MND, whether I even wanted to, whether I wanted to be around people with it. But actually, yes, I do, because the impact on your family and your whole life is huge. And so the more people that know about this, the more people that put their hand in their pockets to raise money, anything we can do to get it out there is just so important to me now, that no other family really should go through what we've been through. It's a tough one, and I know lots of people that have gone through it, and it's tough on them too. So we're all trying to do our best to keep people knowing what this horrible disease does and how it can impact your family.